And we should be live, I think.
Good douche.
Hopefully it'll show. There we go. Alright, should start streaming out here in a second.
I get the best reception in this little room.
Hello to everyone in the chat.
Oh my god. What? I just opened show notes.
What, the ass ton of releases?
What the really?
Also like to remind everyone that the stream is explicit, if this is the first time you've been watching this. And for those that didn't watch yesterday, we live streamed Pup yesterday. So this same channel, you can see yesterday's stream of that episode.
I don't have the money for this shit. I guess there's only really two that I would want to get.
But still, it's money.
But still, I forgot to pick up Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah, I haven't even played that much. I don't have the time. I don't got the time.
I think I'm litany of other things I need to finish.
Yeah.
Oh, hello everybody. Oh, my head. The bells! The bells!
My brand!
Oh, man. I saw that commercial again the other day.
Are they still airing that?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it in ages. All of a sudden, my brand!
My brand!
Oh, 1-800-CONTACTS. Thank you.
The marketing is pretty good because you remember what site they're... I didn't even remember what site. I just remember that guy. My brand!
But I have these special eyes.
Oh, too good.
Oh, I'm hungry and I don't want to eat candy.
Candy's never really a good option when you're hungry. It's just gonna make things worse.
Well, even that and donuts. Like, I need something of like substance, like
Something meaty.
like a protein. I need a protein.
Give me some sausage.
Like, I just had some leftover hash browns and bacon. It just didn't do it. I should have cooked an egg.
Yeah.
That'd have been perfect. That would have been a nice little snack. The meal, a little egg, hash browns, and bacon.
Oh, that would have been good.
Fuck, mix it all up in there like sauce. Oh, I love yolks.
Love them yolks.
I haven't had any tobacco. I haven't had any tobacco like the last 24 hours here. It's kind of freaking me out.
Things
a
are
little
getting
bit.
a little shaky.
Well, no, the lady friend was over.
Ah.
Usually she keeps me quite occupied.
Ha ha!
Hello. Fuck.
Oh, this.
Are people watching this now?
Oh yeah, totally. There are 8 people watching our stupidity. Hi everyone. All right.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
getting
we
the
need
lip
to start
right
recording. Haha.
We haven't done that yet, have we? Of
We have not. Do you have Audacity open?
course I do.
Okay. For those that are watching the stream, things are going to look a little bit weird while I start arming my recording, so please hang tight.
Arm.
Alright, you ready?
Always.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1, record. Pants, pants, pants.
I'm on it. I got 5 on it. I just watched Idiocracy. Oh god, I love that movie.
I think I've only seen that like twice.
You know,
Movie's good.
And the more I watch it, the more like stupid shit I notice in that movie.
Yeah.
But still, probably the thing that gets me to laugh the hardest in that whole movie is when they do the rehabilitation, where it's the giant monster trucks.
Yeah.
The the one is like they're like really phallic names,
Yeah.
and he's in the little like Chevy Geo or Metro or whatever the hell the thing is with this giant water fucking dildo just flopping
Yeah.
around, and he's like moving out of the way of it, like
I
he goes
forgot about that.
whap, and he's like, ah. And
Uh,
of course it's purple.
of
Why
course.
not?
All right.
Uh, it's got
You
electrolytes.
do you have your what you've been playing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
All right. Ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boss, and over there's Knobs.
Costco.
Only announcement this time is Pup episode 16, I think it is. Comes out today as well. So another hour or so of RPG chat and goodness. We talk a lot about strategy guides too. It's interesting. If you want to start a new company, we have a really good idea for you for strategy guides, and
Hey,
it's free.
Speaking of strategy guides, that one, the special edition for Borderlands 2, kind of sucks.
Really?
Yeah, I can't navigate it.
Oh, like the layout of the book is confusing?
Like it doesn't give you any useful information
Great.
at all.
Great.
Or it's not easy to find. Like, okay, this is what your company makes, and this is what the kind of the guns look like.
Yeah.
And it's like 80 pages of that stuff.
What?
Like, I'm like, okay, I'm having trouble finding this mission. Where is it? You figure that'd be easy enough to find,
Yeah,
but it's
but
not.
here's the 20 bandit weapons. Meh.
But here's, I mean, what I wanted to see was the maps. I wanted maps.
Yeah, tell me
There's-
exactly where I have to go to do
There
this
is
thing.
no map in that book at all. There
that's
is
weird.
Welcome to Pandora, and it's like little postcard snapshots of the entire like area.
Oh, weird. That's baffling.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong.
yeah, just
But I tell you
flip it
what,
upside down.
the app map or the map app for Borderlands 2 is awesome. You can actually check stuff off as you're going.
Nice.
It's kind of cool.
Wow.
Music sucks, so you gotta turn that off. But
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have it all.
yeah.
All right. What you been playing?
Oh yeah, we are doing that.
Yes, we are.
So we had another good turnout for Left 4 Dead 2 Monday Night Game Night, which happens tonight. Please join us.
10 p.m. EST.
10 p.m. EST. Thank you, Boston. We did have a first timer with us. Manako joined us for our shenanigans,
Aha.
and I think she had a good time.
Good.
Kind of quiet. Don't be afraid. Just jump right in.
Don't be afraid of the cowboy.
And she seemed to be chuckling a lot.
Yeah.
But,
Was Donnie
yeah,
there?
Of course, Donnie was there.
That's why.
The only one we were absent from our regulars was Tomsy due to Hurricane Sandy that came through.
Hope everything's okay.
He's
To
good.
everybody.
Donnie and I kind of pushed him to go get a heater though,
Probably a good idea.
because the heat I guess broke in his building. He was without power. They just got that back up, and I guess it's going to be 1 to 2 weeks where they're going to fix the heat pipe that broke, but they need to find it. So that's kind of where it's like, all right. So Donnie and I got in cahoots, and I had it in my Amazon cart. I was like, dude, you have till 2. I think I gave him till 3 o'clock. You get to 3 o'clock. If you don't call me for this, I'm shipping you a heater,
There
like
you go.
right now. It'll be there Monday, buddy. But he did text us the whole way, so he did make it to Home Depot and got a heater. So
Yeah.
he's gonna stay warm. I'm really happy for him.
Good.
But anybody else in the East Coast, man, hope you guys are doing all right.
Yeah, hope everybody's fine. Also, unrelated note for everybody that's listening to this after the fact, wanted to remind everyone that we are live streaming this. Channel has changed, though. We are live streaming Pup and TVGP from the same place. It is twitch.tv/E1M1 network, no spaces. So go check that out.
Oh yeah, we are doing this live. I should have done my hair.
Oh,
It's so moist in here. I can't do anything with my hair.
good times. Anywho.
All right. Anyways, so I finished Borderlands 2.
Oh, yay.
I
What'd you
kind of
think?
got to that point where I'm tired of doing side missions. Like I'm so close to the end, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Well, and it
I
just
th
turns you loose back in the world anyway, so whatever.
I was really happy. I did I found a rocket launcher like right after we recorded last week
Hmm.
that does 13,000 damage normal.
Nice.
Like I picked it up. I think I was level 20 something, like 28 when I found it, and it's been in my arsenal ever since because that thing comes in handy.
Yeah.
Like fighting that giant Saturn robot.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. I finally upgraded my skill tree all the way to the very first run, where instead of having one barrel, I've got two barrels on my turret,
Ooh.
and they shoot slag bullets.
Oh, hello.
I have yet to see anything do any more damage than this thing. This
Yeah.
clears out like it doesn't even get through half its cooldown cycle before everything is dead.
You have the two rocket pods on it too, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. It's redonks.
I'm over halfway through that first talent tree too. So I've got the rocket pods and I have the all the way to the bottom of the third tree. So I've rocket pods on two individual turrets and it's just nothing
Oh,
is
dude,
alive.
the noise that thing's got to make.
It's ridiculous and just there's stuff exploding everywhere. The
Because
numbers it's incredible.
I'm really looking forward to I want to max out the character before I really put down the game, and plus I got achievement hunt a little bit because
Yeah.
you kind of have to. It's Borderlands. I still got to play the expansion pack. Oh, dude, I got way
Yeah.
too much to do. Anyway, but no, I want to get that get my level max out so I can. I think that's enough levels that you can max out to the bottom of two trees.
I think I just hit
It's got to be
45
close.
this morning. And it's pretty close.
It's got to be close because I think a couple of those areas you only drop one in,
Yeah.
but
I
but
got
no.
my girlfriend and I have been playing True Vault Hunter mode a lot though. And man, I gotta tell you, that's a blast. Especially since we just hit the area with the stalkers. Um, those things are those things are nuts. Those are
I can't.
vicious.
I cannot wait to see the more enemy types
They're pretty crazy.
because they were kind of crazy in this first go around.
Hmm.
Man, I really liked it. Yeah, I got this bunch of shift keys, so I got some really good perky weapons. So I'm really happy with my arsenal right now.
Nice.
Like I've just been kind of like if something, it's real hard to break into my top four for guns that I'm using because I really like all the weapons. Like I got that one shot. I think it's Jack's shotgun, where it just blows up in front of you. Like you have like a 10-foot range with it, and everything explodes.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of fun with that one. I don't use shotguns much at all in this game.
No, I don't either, which I'm sort of surprised about. All of them are really good, and there's actually one that in the Scarlet DLC that's really good. Even though it takes off every time you shoot, it takes off a little bit of shield. It's really good. But other than that, I haven't really used any of them.
Yeah, and I mean, my shields are just been. I haven't like ever since I found that one really early in the game that gave me two Nova blasts.
Hmm.
I haven't found anything that was even close to that since.
Yeah.
Like I almost even though it was a crappy little shield. Like I think it only had maybe 700 of coverage,
Hmm.
but that first Nova blast hit at like 4 grand damage,
Wow.
and then when you went down, it did another 4 grand damage. So I was like never down.
Jeez.
Like the second it would put me down, boom, boom, I'm back up. Wouldn't
I
even have to take a shot.
I actually really like those shields that do it absorbs the bullets.
Yeah, once I rack up whatever it's called, absorb X number of bullets for the challenges,
Hmm.
I think I might not use it anymore
Yeah.
because I don't really see a point.
Yeah.
I love supernova grenades or singularity grenades.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I've got a homing singularity corrosive one right now that does 20,000
Oh,
damage.
what?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you don't.
What
My
level is it?
30 something, I think. My girlfriend has a rocket launcher right now that does 49,000 damage. And
I
I
thought it
have
was
one that's
ridiculous. I thought it was
only
ridiculous when I saw.
26.
I thought it was ridiculous when I saw 13,000 on just static damage.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous the stuff it scales so quickly in True Vault Hunter mode. I mean, even we're finding we got to the wildlife exploitation preserve earlier today, and just even the greens that were dropping were ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really hard not to really just look at the color and just dismiss it.
Well, she found
Especially
she
especially now.
yeah. Well, she found a class mod too that has +5 to a skill on it. I mean, it's
What?
ridiculous. So she has +10 in this skill now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're walking death tanks.
I ever since I found that +5% XP, I haven't taken it off.
Oh yeah, I had one of those for a while, but
But I haven't taken it off, and I don't know why I'm so married to it
well, the
at this
enemies
point.
in True Vault Hunter mode give you way too much experience. There's no real reason for it.
Yeah, but +5% of way too much experience is just good experience.
Yeah, I rather. What one do I have on now? Oh, I have one that increases my cooldown by like 20 something percent, and then my relic that I have on increases cooldown by like 30 something percent.
Wow,
So
so
my
50%.
yeah, well, yeah, that and above. Then I have like the skill to increase cooldown, which is also boosted by my class mod. So I have it's something I did the math at one point. It's something like 75% increased cooldown. My cooldown is like 15 seconds. It's
That's just
ridiculous.
you just toss that thing every which way you want.
I'm tossing
Especially you got
two at
two.
once. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, I really want to get down. I'm really thinking I'm going to go to respec while I'm running around the world,
Hmm.
just so I can see what the nuke is. I have to see it. I got to find
Yeah,
out what it is
yeah.
because it's driving me insane every time
Even
I
to
open
throw it
this.
in Sanctuary, just be like, woohoo! Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, shoot something. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more Borderlands 2. I'm probably gonna be on it intermittently
Hmm.
forever at this point.
Well, especially with more DLC coming out. I mean, can't go wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Um, then I picked up. Well, I finally after I finished that one, I was like, okay, I can step aside for a minute. I'm gonna throw Dishonored in for a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Um, yeah. Wow, they telegraphed the big baddies right off the get go in this thing.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
It's ominous music and shadows.
Like, so everyone's upset I'm back from my little excursion early, and that guy looks awfully shady. Oh, what happens 2 seconds later?
Hmm.
Wow, guess what I'm set up for?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, in that game, those rats are terrifying.
Really?
Oh my God. Like I haven't been attacked by them yet because they scare me. Like I get in a room and there's like you see one rat and then there's this little ball of dangling or not dangling rats but herder like a mass of rat
Oh.
life moving around and just devouring bodies
Oh
and
God.
and just random NPCs all over just it's like they're being swarmed. It's like the scarabs in the mummy.
That's exactly what Almighty Tooth just said in the chat, and I was like, yeah, that's. You tell me about the Mummy, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I
And
love that
it's
movie.
like it just like it's like some dude falls in. He's like, "Oh, guess what? He's a pile of bones now." And like I was throwing dead bodies, like trying to move him away from what they were eating to start with. Like I killed a couple guys. I was like, I need to throw these over here. And he throws one way over there, so they go over there, so I can open this door.
Wow.
But I haven't really got the hang of the fighting system, or the I don't know, because usually your left trigger is always the gun, your right trigger is the melee, whatever.
Hmm.
The stealth kills are fun. Man, you pop off body parts real quick with a with a sword.
Really?
It is really cool. Like the instant like kind of melee kills are just awesome.
Hmm.
So I'm really looking to get into more of that. And then I got distracted because I forgot something came out last week that I really wanted to play, which is the Zone of the Enders HD collection.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
That opening cinematic spoils the entire game.
And it's like 20 minutes long. It's really good, and it looks amazing, and the music is amazing. But I was just sitting there like, oh, maybe I'll watch a little bit of this. And like 10 minutes later, I'm just like, what? Why are they telling the whole story? He's using that awesome gun to blow up the ships. Oh, maybe it's over. Nope. Okay, it's gonna
Nope.
keep going.
Nope, he's going all the way right to the end. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh.
it's pretty incredible. Yeah, I don't know, but man, is
So,
it pretty.
oh, it looks fantastic.
Oh,
And man, is that game hard.
yeah. Well, going into, I popped in Zone of the Enders 2, of course, because
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
that's
Zone
right.
of the
The same
Enders
thing.
2. Come on. The Hannah says 20-minute cinematic in a Kojima game. I don't believe it. Good call, sir. Um, the thing I'm really the thing I'm really happy about in that game is not only like is the terrible voice acting still in there because it's still really bad even though it's kind of fun. Um,
Dingo, are you okay?
Dingo, get out of
Dingo,
here. Um,
no.
no. Um, but they kept the original cutscenes in there, which are kind of great and kind of bad. All of them looked like they got cleaned up a little bit, except for the my favorite cutscene in the game, which is the one where Dingo gets shot in that hallway.
Yeah,
That one looks like garbage. I don't know what happened, but all of them, all the rest of them look great.
it's like super pixelated, and it looks
Oh,
like somebody just ripped it off the VHS master.
yeah. I don't know if it was that like if it was bad quality in the original. I don't remember, but the rest of it looked great. Looks good.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, but man, I totally forgot. You never touch that right thumbstick. It
No,
just messes you up.
yeah.
It makes things worse. There must be a Kojima game thing because it just
Just let
because
the
that's
game
what
do its own thing.
yeah because that's kind of what my problem was with the other one. I might knock this thing back down to easy just to play through it because I'm having a bear of a time on normal.
Well, I forgot how much this game assumes you've played it before
Oh, it
because
is
like
demanding.
the first the first fight almost is that Ken fight,
Yeah.
and in any other game it would be like, oh well, it's a tutorial fight, or like, oh, you're not supposed to win this. No, you're supposed to win it, and she's trying to kill you, and
What?
it does not pull punches.
No, and plus, well, especially because I totally forgot how to do the multi lock on shot thing. Even
Yeah,
though I
I did
watched,
too.
because like the tutorial that they gives you, it's like, do you want to see the flight controls? Sure, but it doesn't let you execute the flight controls, so you have no idea what this stuff means. Now exiting tutorial, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
like,
do
what? No,
anything.
I'm not ready yet.
Of course, I watched everyone, and then I got it. I was like, duh.
I
Like,
didn't
what?
even
What am
watch
I?
it.
I felt so dumb.
I'm
I
not
felt
gonna
so
remember them.
dumb. It's so bad. I'm like, I'm sitting there like, use your multi cue or your whatever the thing like
Multi lock on
the
something.
lock on bullets. I was like, how do you do lock on bullets? I can do the what you want to call it, the Frieza World Killer Ball, but I can't
Yeah,
do the hit all the little stuff
yeah, the
shot.
Panzer Dragoon.
Yes, and I'm like, how do you do it? And I can't find it. But I couldn't go back into the tutorial to
Yeah,
figure it
which is the worst part because when you pause it, just like games pause. It's like no, I don't. Okay,
out. You got options and then other stuff, and it's like, all
and a
right,
map.
what's the controls?
And I forgot you had experience in that game too. It was like,
Yes.
oh, level up, and I was just like, what? How what?
Oh, the skill tree. I totally forgot about it too.
Yeah, I just all I want to do is I want to do that capital ship fight where you use that giant big ka gun.
Yeah,
That's
the
all I
over
want
the
to do.
shoulders, boom, boom,
Yeah, I don't care if I finish the game at this
the
point.
ion cannon or whatever
Yeah,
it's
whatever
called.
it is. Oh, and I also have
Spirit
to
bomb shooter.
lodge a complaint against Amazon because they messed my collector's edition up. One of the corners on it was smushed, and the book
Really?
inside was smushed too. So
Yeah,
the
see, I
book is
picked mine up at Best Buy,
the
so
book is awesome though. Did you get a regular or collector's one?
that's regular.
Man, art book, it's amazing. 200 pages, full of like
Oh
never before seen art.
no!
It's
Don't tell me
incredible, and it's shiny.
that's why I bought the limited edition version of the Borderlands guide, the big orange one.
Yeah, isn't it hardcover too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful looking book, but just worthless.
Who made it? Prima, I think.
I think.
Yeah, they usually make pretty good hardcover books.
Yeah, all their hardcovers is really good.
Yeah.
But along with that, I played the MGS Rising
Oh
demo.
yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Change the control. The pro tip right now: before you even try to attempt what that game tells you to play that game like,
Hmm.
switch it to Control B with your super fast slashy with the right thumbstick and not the left.
Oh,
Because you start because you
what?
well, all right. This might be one of my favorite game mechanics ever at this point right now because it is so much fun. Like you beat some dude up and then you hit your right trigger to get in your slow mo, like really fast hacky slashy thing.
Hmm.
You just go ape share all over the screen with your sword and just all next thing you know you keep going. Next thing you know you start dicing them up.
Nice. It's just
It's
little
these tiny
chunks.
little chunks.
Oh man.
And then you have an option to do like a finisher where you grab like the spine column and crush it. But it is so cool.
Oh, Platinum Games. What would we do without you?
It is so cool. The game and like I don't use any guns. Why would you? It's a
Mm,
slasher, but it's it's really neat.
I'm gonna have to pop that in.
It looks unreal. Like it's probably one of the sharpest looking games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like it is. Ah man, it
That's
is
what
so
Kojima's
solid.
always really been good at doing. It's just making really, really good looking games, which is sort of why I'm disappointed that they couldn't get the frame rate on the PS3 version of Zone of the Enders Collection right.
Did you pick it up on PS3 version?
No, I picked it up on 360, but I've seen enough, comparison videos and enough chatter that apparently the frame rate is like 10 to 15 frames below.
Ooh.
It's rough. Sort of surprising.
Yeah, but I can't be happier. I mean, the demo is really short, but it's kind of fun. I mean, I wish it makes me wish I knew more about the Metal Gear universe.
Hmm. I'm excited to play it and see how it ties into that universe.
Because kind of technically, I don't know anything about it outside of watching you play Sons of Liberty.
Big boss, Snake,
That's that's
Raiden,
okay. That's great.
temporary freezing measures.
Metal
Metal
Gear.
Gear.
But yeah, so I do have the HD collection of Metal Gear Solid, so I might play that.
There you
or
go. This is
something.
your gateway. Platinum Games
It,
gets you
it,
into MGS.
it might. It might. I'm not making any guarantees at this point, but I should have a lot of free time coming up really soon.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Luminous.
The Siren song.
I can't put it down.
Watch
Like
TV and play.
I was watching it while I was playing it while I was watching Metalocalypse season 4 because that came out
Mm.
along with Hellsing Ultimate 1 through 4,
Oh, I gotta get
which
that.
also came out
Crap.
in November. Ultimate 5, 6, 7, and 8 come out in Blu-ray and
Oh,
DVD of one. It's like a 7 disc and they pack it in there.
wow. Did you get the Blu-ray or the DVD?
Oh, the Blu-ray and DVD came
Aha.
in there. It was kind of expensive, but I don't care at this point. I just want it.
I don't care. It's really good and it looks really good.
It does. It looks fantastic, and there's a ton of extras.
Nice.
But the season 4 of Metalocalypse has probably my favorite recurring jokes of all time in the extras
Mm.
is Nathan Explosion reading Shakespeare and him
Amazing.
just losing his mind
Oh,
as
God.
he's reading it. It goes on for an hour and a half.
Wow.
An hour and a half of this reoccurring joke that just keeps looping itself around. As he skips ahead, skips back. He's like, "Well, I'm not happy with anything that's going on in this, so I'm just gonna start over." And Murderface keeps falling asleep, and he's like, you know, you have sleep apnea, right? And he's like, like just like Darth Vader. Darth Vader's in a
Amazing.
colostomy suit. That's what That's what you're doing, Murderface,
Oh,
with
God.
your chortling.
Oh, that show.
Oh,
So
it's so good. But I'm playing that. I'm playing Luminous, so I'm listening to that, and I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, man.
But that's my week in gaming. So it was a good week. It was a good week.
I've been playing more Forza Horizon. Still really good. I think I'm only like 2 wristbands from being at the end. My favorite thing in Forza Horizon easily is racing really stupid stuff. Whether it is a helicopter or a biplane or a hot air balloon, which was surprisingly the most stressful race in Forza Horizon was when an incredibly fast 200-mile-an-hour car races a hot air balloon.
How does that lose? How is that even a race?
Because it starts like all the way at the end, and the whole race you can see it really slowly descending. And you're just doing 200, like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I won.
Oh,
Um,
so it's already at the end. You just got to beat it descending.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh man, that's gotta be cool to watch that thing just slowly come down on the horizon.
Yeah, because like it's really neat seeing that descend, and there's a whole bunch of other ones near it, and then like the biplane is always sort of on your tail and looping back and coming at you the whole time. It's that stuff is really cool.
I just figured it's like north by northwest with it coming
Yeah,
swooping
exactly.
down on
Yeah,
you.
pretty much, and it messes the camera up too. Like the camera starts shaking side to side. I mean, the game is great, and I've had nothing but fun. The only cardinal sin that it continues to do is the thing that I hate racing games. The thing that I hate that racing games have done this generation, where I'm going and starting a race, and I'm at the point where it's explaining the race to me, and it says there's some lady that has to come on and start explaining to you, like, oh, you've come so far and you've made it all the way to these races, and you'll have to get. I don't care. Shut up. Let me get to the race. Like, don't let me not pick the A button because this lady is jammering on about, hey, you finally got your orange wristband. That's I don't. Let me just race. I have the sound down all the time. I don't even care. I don't. I don't like the music or engine sounds. I just want to race. Please God, be quiet. But other than that, it's really great. The open world stuff is still really good, and it's a blast. So I'm excited to finish it and then hop into some of the multiplayer because Cat and Mouse makes a return. Point to point races are back. Infection is back, which is
Infection.
yeah. Basically, there's one infected car, and every time it runs into another car, that car becomes infected. So you're trying to be the last person in this little ring that hasn't been infected. So it's pretty great, and it's pretty inventive for a racing game.
Oh, it's gonna be tough for me because I like crashing into stuff,
Yeah.
bullying cars around.
Well, just be infected and then start crashing into peeps.
Yes.
Played more Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Escape. Virtue's Last Reward, still really good. The puzzles are still pretty difficult, but not in an impossible way. Although, to be fair, I am playing on hard. Apparently, in easy, when you change the difficulty to that, apparently the people you're wandering around with will explain solutions to puzzles a little bit clearer. Because as of right now, they're just following me around. They're not saying anything. Apparently on easy, they'll be like, well, what about that other thing in the other room? With the numbers on it. That attached to these numbers over here. With the symbols. Right? It's still really great. And I mentioned this on Pup yesterday. But if anybody is interested in either of these games, Virtue's Last Reward is really hard to find at the moment. There's a very low print run. But it is available digitally on Vita for $35. And Axis Games recently did a reprint of 999, and that's only $25. It came out for the DS originally.
For DS, yeah.
So if you're interested in this game or this series, and if you have the time, absolutely play 999. There's a bunch of little things that start that are at the beginning of Virtue's Last Reward that are sort of like, oh, I remember that from the first one, and then play Virtue's Last Reward. But you don't have to play 999 to play the second one, but they're both really good. But writing is better in Virtues anyway. So I'm fully at the point where I can't really even talk about what's going on in that game because it's way too spoilery. But I would like to say that 03, the AI that's in this game, that's dressed up as a rabbit, is probably one of my favorite characters in a game in a long time. And it makes me wish that Tiny Tina from Borderlands would have had this voice actress, because it does a similar thing that Tiny Tina does, but I feel like this voice
Execution's
actor,
a little bit better.
yeah, the execution's a little bit better, and the turn on a dime menace that this character can have is amazing, because it can go from making fun of the characters to saying, "Well, that's okay because I'll just kill you." That sort of thing, and not have the threats be empty. So that's always good. We talked about Blands 2. We talked about Zone of the Enders. Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, did you pick it up?
I did. I picked up that and Liberation. I have not started Liberation yet. For those at home that don't know which one that is, that's the Vita one. Or as it's called in Japan, Lady Liberty, which is a way better name.
Dude, speaking of the PSP, I was at the Cavs home opener. What night was that? I think it was the 30th, I mean Wednesday or something. And there was a dude with his Vita recording the opening sequence at the
Amazing.
game. I'm like, what is
Like,
happening?
how is this technology? What?
Why would you bring that into the
Yeah.
arena? It just made no sense.
Oh, have you seen the white Vita, by the way?
Yes.
That thing is hot.
Yeah.
Man, that makes
That
me
looks
sort of
good.
jealous.
That looks good.
Yeah. So Assassin's Creed 3, I was not expecting to start the game as another dude other than Connor. And I was really interested for the first little bit, and sort of overstays his welcome. The Desmond stuff is really interesting because that's really what I'm there for, because I'm weird, and I'm not like most people. But I really want to get into playing as the main character of that game, and I'm a handful of hours in and not yet playing as that guy, and I'm sort of getting fed up with it.
Kind of getting
Um,
annoyed.
Yeah, because like the beginning stuff is fine, and a lot of it was fun, but I sort of want to get to the meat of the story. I find myself not caring about this character anymore. I don't know if that's what the game is trying to do. I don't know if they're just gonna like throw him out and kill him at any point. But
It's not Benedict Arnold, is it?
no, it's this British assassin guy who is actually really cool, and he has a good character. I'm just sort of like, I just wanted to sort of get to the point already. But honestly, I've been work has been nuts this week, and I've been so tired that playing Assassin's Creed when you're tired and trying to sneak isn't really the best way to play it. So I haven't really given it enough time. So I just need to get past this part and get to Connor, so I can just start playing the meat of Assassin's Creed. But I do have to give Assassin's Creed 3 credit for probably one of the coolest title cards in probably the last year or so. Really understated, and how they unveil it and how the characters standing next to it is pretty sweet. So, what else have I been playing? Oh, I played an iOS game. I am a big fan of visual novels, and Virtue's Last Reward is not fully scratching that itch. So I talked about it a little bit on Pup, but I've been playing this iOS game published by EA called Cause of Death. It's this really cool San Francisco police drama investigation visual novel game. It's not super well written, and the puzzles aren't very difficult, but it's free to start off with, so that's a plus. And you can play a visual novel on your phone that isn't like a lot of visual novels are, in that they are adult, quote unquote. So it's sort of nice to play a game that it's nice to play a visual novel that isn't something weird. I'm not casting aspersions here, but I think everybody
But you kind of
knows.
are.
I think everyone knows what I mean. So check it out. I don't think it's out on Android. If it is, everybody should check it out there too. It's super great, and they've been releasing an episode a month. And the first episode took me probably a handful of hours.
What's it called again?
Cause of Death.
Check the Play Store.
Yeah, the writing isn't great in the first one. It seems like it's better in the second one. But they've been releasing a new episode every month, and the first couple episodes that they release are only like $2-3 a pop. So for a couple hours for a good visual novel is great. And I downloaded a bunch of other ones on iOS, but haven't tried them yet. Some of them were some anime dating ones that were not marketed towards my gender, so I decided not to get that one.
Yeah, I don't see it on the marketplace.
Bummer. Well, hopefully. It's not that old. I think it's only a couple months old, so hopefully at some point they'll bring it out. And the last thing, my girlfriend and I went to go see Wreck-It Ralph yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
Really good. I won't speak to the movie itself because it's a Pixar movie. Everybody knows what you're going into, and everybody knows it's going to be good, and it was. Um, what I was really happy with is that it treated video games very reverently. It was no specific video game is its setting, but there are so many references in there. It's ridiculous. Additionally, if anybody goes to see it, keep an eye on. There's like this train system in the movie. Keep an eye on the ever changing graffiti in the background. That's where the real crazy references come in. And there's an amazing use of the Konami code, which is pretty ridiculous. But it was nice to see some. It was nice to see a movie treat games well like that, and sort of treat it with respect and sort of love. Because when you have Zangief and Balrog in the opening scene of your movie, I think you're going to do pretty well. And it prominently features the cast from Qbert as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty great, and to see them do little things like the main game that Wreck-It Ralph is in, Fix It Felix Jr. There's these little inhabitants of the tower, the like penthouse tower that Fix It Felix Jr. lives in. And if anybody's played the Flash game or the iOS game, it's those characters in there. What's great though is when they're not pixelated and they render them like they're in the world, they still have like this herky-jerky movement like pixel characters do. And it's this really weird little thing that they do that sort of reminds you that these are still the inhabitants of this video game world. And the other game, Heroes Duty, is an amazing almost rib on Gears of War. It's fantastic. But it's everything about it was really good, and of course it was good because it's a Pixar movie. But for anybody like us that really loves video games,
Isn't Jane Lynch do the voice of the Anya character?
yeah, and she's really really good. But man, if you love video games, it's a nonstop reference for all the games you love. And I can't recommend it, especially Sonic doing a PSA inside the video game world.
You're kidding.
It's pretty great.
There's a lot of licensed characters in it.
There's a ton. I mean, the whole Pac-Man cast was in there. Qbert, a whole bunch of Street Fighter characters. Yeah, Sonic was in there. Even stuff to like Dig Dug. Peter Pepper from Burger Time is in there. There's a bunch of Sega characters. They're just sprinkled everywhere. I mean, there's you've probably seen it in the trailer, that huge like hub world where all the games connect.
Yeah.
If you watch there in the background, you'll just see tons of characters just walking around. It's amazing. But that's all the stuff I've been playing and watching, so let's take a break.
Break. Yeah, I wanted to check that out. Like, I wanted to go see it, but I was kind of tied up.
It was kind of crazy, too, since it's opening weekend. There were kids everywhere.
Oh, I can imagine.
But it's sort of funny watching movies like that with kids in the audience, because like they'll come up with a joke and you'll hear a kid go in the back go like, I got it. Or like when, like in a Pixar movie where like at the end of the second act, there's always like a really dark moment where like, oh my God, why did that happen? What's going on with the characters? Are they no longer friends? That happened, and just hearing the kids going like, why did that happen? Why did he do that? What? And I'm just like, adorable.
Little whimpers.
Yeah, you'll learn. Oh, and man, the short animated things that they have before Pixar movies too.
Yeah.
This one was amazing. They tried this cool like almost the style is almost like a charcoal art sort of thing. It's amazing.
Huh. Neat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, we doing communal titles?
Yeah. Hopefully, is everybody in chat keeping an eye on titles? Because I haven't been.
Who all do we got in the chat?
We got the Hannah, we got Gibbionator, we got Almighty Tooth, Nintendork's in there. Somebody else, surely. What does viewer list say? It's not loading correctly.
Oh,
We have.
I don't want to go out and freeze my ass off giving out candy.
It's 90 degrees here today.
I hate you.
Don't. It's miserable here. Stupid
it's
desert.
It was 39 when I woke up this morning.
Oh. All right, we should probably get to the next segment since you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I gotta skedaddle at 6.
Okay.
We got 50 minutes.
All right, let's knock this ish out.
Alrighty, let's knock it down. You ready?
Yep.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases. Downloadable game. Pool Nations for XBLA is 800 points. The pick id Destiny for XBLA for PC is 800 points at $10.
That game actually does look really good.
It does.
Yeah.
Even though it's PID. I was just being Tenacious D. Yay. Yeah. All right. Okami HD. For PSN. This comes out at $20.
I haven't played Okami yet, and I love Zelda style games, so I've got to. Do I have 40 hours to drop in Okami?
No.
But I'd like to.
I think I've bought this game several times already. I don't know.
I know I have it for the PS. No, I have it for the Wii too. Okay, so this will be my third copy that I probably haven't played. Hopefully PSN Plus will give me a discount.
I hope so. Painkiller Hell and Damnation for the PC is $20.
I thought this was a brand new Painkiller game. I just found out it's a remake of the first two games, which is almost even better. For $20.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's got to be available on Steam.
It is, yeah.
Okay. I can handle dropping 20 bones on it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, U.S. release for the week of November 5th, 2012. Welcome November. Halo 4 for the 360. That's a known quantity at this point. Advertising's been outstanding, though.
For everybody listening, I'll be picking it up at some point. Apparently, the storytelling is better in it, which I am very interested in.
The marketing makes me wish I liked Halo.
Yeah, great
because
marketing.
The double XP weekend for Mountain Dew is just kill me. The dude bench pressing tanks and dragging them around like Rocky. It just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Or the three guys sitting there talking about how cool their armor is, all blinged out, and the one dude walks out that's completely camouflaged, standing right next to him, and just pops all three of them.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's
I
pretty
love
good
that stuff. That's probably why Red versus Blue is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet karting for the PS3. That's karting with the K.
I think you pretty much know what that is.
Yes. The Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection for the PS3 and 360. Great.
This is what's really confusing. They just came out with
The
Dragon
Kinect
Ball
one.
Z for Kinect, which they always retell the same story. Why do we need to have now the Budokai collection, which is only Budokai 1 and 3, but not 2? So
what I don't understand with the whole do these things sell well?
They have
They have to because they're always coming out.
It's just like, do Evangelion remasters sell well? Yeah. So they're going to keep doing them.
I guess.
There must be a market.
Mass Effect Trilogy for the 360 and PC. PS3 is coming out soon.
PS3 is coming out December 8th, I think. They pushed it back. But buyer beware across all versions. Make sure you read to see which DLC does and does not come with those collections, because, of course, not all of it comes with any of the versions. So, do the math and figure out which is cheaper. Jaguar.
Fantastic. Ragnarok Tactics for the PSP. Hey, the PSP gets a new game.
Yeah, a little bit of love.
Saints Row the Third, the full package for 360 piece.
It's a great title, man.
Piece for the. Oh, Saints Row, I love you.
Saints Row,
I will
you
buy
just
it just so I have something that says full package on
you
it.
just like they couldn't pick a better title.
No, it
Because
just fits in that lexicon so
yeah, if
perfectly.
you've played Saints Row, you know what they mean.
Yes, absolutely. That's for the 360, PS3, and PC. And Rayman Origins for the thirds. Because now that's effectively out for everything that exists ever.
I think they still have a Wii U version coming too.
Probably. UK release for the week of November 2nd, 2012, Halo 4, Need for Speed Most Wanted for the PS3, 360, PC, and Vita, Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection for the PS3 and 360, and Silent Hill Book of Memoirs for the PS Vita.
Book of Memoirs.
Memoirs.
The Hannah in chat says it's never a new Painkiller game, and you know what? Truer words have never been spoken.
No, and you know what? It doesn't matter because Painkiller is awesome.
Yeah, because the first Painkiller game is really good. So keep making it per year. Whatever. Crisis 3 engine next. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like the scale that they get in Painkiller and the amount of stuff they eked out of that Havoc engine is just so nice.
Oh, so good. All right, moving on to news stories. Rhode Island is suing 38 Studios execs because while they're down, why not kick them?
No, this isn't kick them when they're down. It's like grab a shotgun and shoot them in the leg so they suffer just a little bit more.
Yeah, and put some salt in those wounds. They are suing them to the tune of $75 million, the approximate amount of the loan given to the studio. So, sort of understandable that they want their money back, but come on, it's a little rough. The complaint alleges that many of the, quote, defendants knew or should have known, but failed to inform the EDC board that 38 Studios was destined to fail, according to 38 Studios' own financial projections, end quote. So, yeah, but come on. You lend somebody $75 million, like, at least keep an eye on what they're doing with it.
Yeah, don't say, "Oh, well, we didn't know. It's your fault. You shouldn't get any money back."
Yeah.
Like at this point, they took the risk and it didn't pay off. So now they're suing them like after they've already destroyed that company.
Well, and it really seems like it's a misunderstanding of one, not only the video game industry, but two, also when an MMO comes out, it either does really well or it pushes 0 units. There's no middle ground for an MMO to do just okay. So I feel like they really didn't fully appreciate the MMO marketplace and maybe bought into, oh man, we're going to make an MMO, and then maybe got, I'm not casting anything here, but maybe they were starting to say, but maybe we could get that sweet MMO money to fund back into the state after that if this MMO does really well.
And it's all speculative.
Yeah.
And number one, they didn't give it time to even have a chance to
they didn't even
earn
have time to
anything
get
back.
it out.
I didn't even think that lasted. How was Kingdom of Amalur out before they were like this S storm started? Like it was
a couple of months, I think.
Oh, yeah, I would be surprised if it was barely a month before this.
Well, and the Hannah brings up a good point. They really don't understand how the industry works, and it's a shame because the Amalur world was really interesting. And yeah, it was. I mean, I was really interested in the demo, and I'm excited to play the full KOA once I pick it up, but just sort of a bummer. But here's the laundry list of things that they are bringing in this suit. It says Schilling and the other defendants are accused of fraud, fraudulent misrepresentations and omissions, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, negligence, negligent misrepresentation, legal malpractice, civil conspiracy, violations of the state's RICO statute, and numerous other counts. Wow. You just thrown that whole book at them and just saying, they stole our money, let's get them.
Well, technically, they didn't. The way I see it, technically, they didn't steal it. They produced a product.
Yeah. Well, and it seems It seems
Just
with
because that product didn't do well that you thought, and they probably looked at the numbers at WoW and saying, "Oh, they're making WoW again."
yeah,
So it has to do that good, which nothing will ever do that again
no.
ever in the history of everything ever.
Until Titan comes out, probably. But I feel like it's so. I think one of the main problems, it seems from the outside, is that the governor that lent the money to 38 Studios is not the one that's in office anymore. And I think after the studio shut down, it seems like this current governor wanted to make a name for himself and try and win the voters uh, by saying, well, they can't just take your taxpayer money and do whatever they want with it. We need to get them. So it's just
I can
politics.
only imagine the political ads regarding this situation.
It's
It's just fanning the flames.
black and white pictures of Sonic. Do you
Yeah.
trust this man? He took your money and did what? Made a video game.
Ugh.
Paid
And I
for the-
approve
paid-
this
Yeah,
message.
paid for the Council Against Video Games. Vote no on Prop 32.
Uh,
All right, so moving on to a happier news story here. Disney acquires Lucasfilm for $4.05 billion, a mix of cash and stock. There's a lot of stuff that's really good about that. But what's interesting is the purchase also included not only ILM, but LucasArts.
yes, it
So
does.
I'm very excited to see what is going to happen to LucasArts because I've had a lot of trouble in the last 15 years.
Disney, here's what you need to do.
Let's hear it. Let's do it.
Here's your plan that you can make back every bit of that money.
Mm-hmm.
You take the original the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6,
Mm-hmm.
release them on Blu-ray with 5.1 Dolby surround sound, clean up the pictures, get rid of all the stupid extras Lucas put in, and you will make your money back instantly.
It's true. It's a good
Just
point.
put the originals out how everyone remembers and loves them, and
Yep.
everything will be good.
Whenever
And
Lucas
guess
starts
what?
talking, just
You
do
will
this.
have carte blanche to do whatever you want after
Yeah.
that.
Well, Gibbionator writes in the chat and says, thus killing the chances of seeing the LucasArts classics ever again. Honestly, I don't think so because I think after a certain amount of time has passed, especially with something like Good Old Games and with Steam and DOSBox being a licensable thing, and I think Scum VM is too, I feel like a smart company, and I believe Disney is a smart company. They've been around for long enough. They have to be doing something right. I feel like a smart company would take that opportunity to re-release those games at this point and say, like, look, you got 15 games in here. It's $20, whatever, and you get all the games you wanted to play.
Well, even on that note, they can. Oh man, I had a great point, but I lost it.
Well, it's Almighty Tooth says in the chat, Scum HD collection. I honestly don't even think you mess with those games. I think if you, it's way too much money and way too much time to try and HDify those games. I think you preserve them how they originally were, which is exactly how everybody remembers them, and don't HDify them. Maybe give the option of a filter to smooth things out, but beyond that, I mean, like, look at the Monkey Island stuff. That didn't sell really well, and they redid that entire game. So I mean,
It might be money spent the wrong way.
Yeah, like when does it not become worth it? And when do you just license Scum HD or license DOSBox and say, look, here are the games you loved from the 90s, and yay, you don't have to mess with Sound Blaster drivers anymore. Go enjoy them.
Sound Blaster.
See?
Oh,
That was the
man.
hardest part of some of those games. It's like, oh man,
it's getting the sound to work.
yeah, what do I have to put in my boot.ini to make the CD drive work again? Oh, I don't something.sys. You know, like why? When do I load my CD-ROM.sys or my HiMem.sys? You know, like, come on, nobody wants to mess with any of that. So fingers crossed. You know, it can't get much worse, I guess.
I'm excited about the whole purchase because I was very speculative about when Disney picked up Marvel, and they let the right people get the job done that they needed to get done, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like everybody forgets that they own Marvel, which is a good thing. Because it's not like, oh, man, Disney screwed up Marvel ever since they bought it. And it's just like, no, Marvel's just doing what they've always done. Now they
Yeah,
probably just have
now
more
they have
money.
the financial backing of Disney,
Yeah,
and
like
it's
how can you
just
go wrong?
and to have that hope, like for how good the Marvel movie franchise has turned out,
Yeah.
and the way they've been able to string that yarn out.
Yep.
If that's applied to Star Wars, oh my gosh,
Get me a season pass, whatever.
oh, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. All right, but that's all of our news stories. So let's take another break.
Break. I'm excited.
Gibbionator says in the chat, "We'll never see the original Sam and Max again, but Steve Purcell works at Pixar, so who knows?" It's my impression that it's not. It's not LucasArts and it's not Steve Purcell. It's whatever company printed the comics. They own everything Sam and Max.
Yeah.
So apparently, like Telltale worked out something when they put out the episodic stuff, but that original game is just so mired in like 3 or 4 licensing deals at this point that there's just no way.
All right, I got to pee real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh.
Thanks again to everybody for hanging out in the chat with us. We still have a couple of viewers here. If anybody has questions for this next segment, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I'll read them off during the questions section. It's riveting stuff. Very exciting. Thank you to everybody who's pulling titles. I totally forgot about that whole thing.
All right.
Gibbionator says, "How do you escape the dungeon in the Itchy and Scratchy game without using the wizard's key?" I don't even know what that means, dude.
Oh.
All right, ready to start when you are.
Yeah, let's get this going.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about emails.
Emails.
Ryan writes, "Hey Boston fan up in Canada, comma Ryan." Okay, I don't know what that means, but hello. Just wondering if games ever feel like a chore. Listening to past podcasts, you said that you work in that industry, so do you ever feel you need to take a break? Does it ever feel like a chore to keep up with your friends? No, I mean, it's really what I love. So if it ever feels like a chore, I typically just stop playing that game.
Yeah, very, very few times like you feel like you should just muster through it. I mean, I hate when a game feels like it's beating me.
Yeah.
Like Ninja Gaiden 2. Like that was a test in fortitude to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, you feel like you accomplished something. So sometimes it's worth it, other times it's not. Like the first Assassin's Creed, I can't suffer through it.
Yeah, it's
Like I just can't do it.
yeah. Nowadays, it's pretty rough. But yeah, I never feel like they're a chore because if they are, then I don't think I'd be playing games anymore. I just there's always something out there that's new, or there's something out there that's different. That I mean, it keeps it really fresh. I think one thing to save if you ever feel like games are becoming a chore or they're becoming rote or something is to really keep keep an eye on like the indie game scene and the flash game scene, because there's always going to be something out there that's crazy and different and new and unique that it sort of makes you fall in love with the games again. Gibbynator asks a question that sort of piggybacks on this one. He says, when do you just give up on a franchise? Like, not on a game, but when you've had just enough of the franchise. I don't know. I feel like that hasn't been a problem with games until this generation.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm really not excited to play Gears of War Judgment.
Yeah, like, I'm excited to play maybe another Gears multiplayer for Horde mode, but at this point, what do you do to that's really different to really improve Gears of War? Like, I've never really been invested in the Gears of War story, even though it's been not bad. But, I don't... Oh, here's a good example, Zelda. I bought Skyward Sword, but I probably will not be buying another Zelda unless it's cel-shaded, or unless they learn their lesson and stop making 3 to 5 hour tutorials. I mean, at that point, I just can't enjoy a game without having to spend way too much time. Same with the Mario franchise.
How does Final Fantasy keep sucking you in, then?
It's because I'm a sucker for that genre, and I'm too optimistic. You know.
I don't know. Like at this point, you figured I'd be just bored of shooters.
Yeah.
I just for some reason, like everyone brings something unique to the table, and I just love them.
Well, and like the same thing. I don't want to crap on Nintendo here, but the same thing with the Mario franchise. I'm not buying new Super Mario Brothers 2 on the DS because I already know what that game is. I'm not buying new Super Mario Brothers Wii U because I know what that game is too. Like, if they were to come out with another Galaxy, I could probably maybe get on board, but at this point we need another Galaxy type game where it's like, wow, this is something so vastly new and so incredibly different that I have to get my hands on this game. I have to play this game.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with Metroid. I mean, Metroid was kind of a rote game at that point. And then they came out with the Prime series, which, like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought that would have been possible, and it worked famously.
Yeah, because Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission on GBA were both really good games, but you sort of knew what you were getting into, sort of like the Castlevania franchise.
Right. You knew you were getting into, whatchamacallit, you were getting into Super Metroid.
Yeah. Which is, for a lot of people, is not a bad thing. I like Metroidvanias, but, I mean, at some point, you have to, I don't even know. I guess I don't know. I felt like there was a franchise that I was talking about a couple weeks ago where I said, after this game, I'm done. But I don't remember what that was. So, sorry, unless anybody remembers in chat. So, I was apparently very upset about it. Now I'm like, whatever. All sins are forgiven.
Amazing what a week will do.
Yeah. Very short memory. Next email here is from Jive. Hello, Jive.
What's up?
I was wondering if either of you had tried the Xbox Smart Glass app that launched with the newest dashboard update, and if so, what do you think? Also, do you think being able to control the dashboard and apps like Netflix with your phone will hurt the Kinect brand? Keep up the good work, and the live stream is awesome. Thanks. Thank you, sir. I have not, because I don't think it's available for iPad yet or Android. It will be in the next couple weeks. I kind of wish that I had it because it integrates. They just patched Forza Horizon, and it integrates with that now. So you can see the Forza map on your device, and you can hit waypoints, and you can pick stuff on the map. So like if you tap the map, it hits a waypoint that just goes in the screen, and your on-screen GPS changes automatically. So it's like, that's really cool. But does it... the hand says it's out on Android, but only compatible with like 3 devices. Good job, Microsoft.
Yeah. I was just trying to find it on my tablet here, but...
Yeah. Maybe you don't have an approved device.
Well, I know I don't have for the Xbox app is not approved for my tablet.
Great. I think it's kind of a neat idea. Will it hurt the Kinect brand? Maybe, but I don't feel like that brand is very strong right now to begin with. So, I mean, beyond like Dance Central, I don't even know what that brand really means anymore.
Oh, it's voice controls on Netflix. The best thing ever.
That's true. Yeah, I don't even have mine connected right now because most I watch it through. I have a home theater PC connected to my TV, and the Netflix website does autoplay on shows now. So
Yeah, I
I'm just
noticed
doing it.
that. I was watching Arrested Development at work.
Yeah, that's the best because I don't have to move anymore, and that's exactly how lazy I am for all the listeners at home. Yeah,
It's not even worth opening your mouth anymore.
yeah, yeah. Just grunt at the TV like,
Ah,
just next
next,
episode.
next.
Um. All right. Next email here is from the Floydage. Hello, TVGP. Hello, sir. I was at work the other day and I had a hankering for some video game music, so I hopped over to Dynamic Soundtrack, dynamicsoundtrack.com. I'm sad you had to stop making that show, but I understand what it's like to find yourself with no time. Yeah, for real. Thanks for keeping all the old episodes, though. They should keep me satisfied for a while. Keep up the good work. P.S. Boss, any chance you could talk a little bit about your job? Nope, sorry. Even a little cute little Kirby icon can't make me break my contract. So yeah, the real reason I stopped doing dynamic soundtrack is because every episode took me a couple of hours to do, and I would rather play games. So, games won. to be honest with all of you.
Yeah,
So.
we gotta keep the core going.
Yeah, and I have to do what I love. I love doing dynamic soundtrack, but I really love playing games. And if I don't have time to play games, then I've got to scoot stuff around. And the show wasn't doing super hot either. So, sorry. I might bring it back someday. I don't know. Next email is from Dave, a.k.a. RoboPig. Hello, Boston Knobs and sometimes Ryan. Hello, sir.
It's sometimes right.
I'm thinking that there has to be a Borderlands 3 after the great sales for Borderlands 2. Probably because I saw an earnings summary or something like that where they said the profits were like 155% more than what they thought they would be. So, yeah,
Wow.
I would say chances are pretty good.
Good for you, Gearbox.
Yeah,
Keep
good
making
for your
games.
Gearbox and good for your 2K for taking a chance on this series that was unproven and letting them make a second one after learning their mistakes from the first one. Do you have anything you would like to see them implement in the next game? I don't even know. I mean, I would like to see them come out with something, something crazy like the badass system in 2. Something that really changes the fundamental way that first-person shooters are done. But other than
Yeah,
that,
but I mean, I think like the badass system I really like, but if you make that because it's not necessary.
right? Well,
I
that's the
mean,
best part of it. Is it's
but
just extra?
I mean, if you took that and put that in the crux of how that game functions, I think you
Yeah.
might break it.
Yeah, I think that system would break a game if it's required. But as of right now, you're getting rewarded with awesome stuff for doing stuff you normally do. So it's
Right.
just a bonus. So
I'm trying to think of what else you could do other than you've got all the other worlds and vaults. Just make the game bigger. I think that's
Yeah.
the only thing they can do. Like
just
here,
make more of it.
instead of having like you have your hub core game, and then you have your okay, well here's Saturn Ursa Minor vault.
Yeah.
Go hunt.
Well, I mean, also for that fact, like, how many other FPS RPGs are there?
None.
Yeah, like
None that work as well as this.
I don't think there are any. Because Randy Pitchford was talking about that at the beginning of them marketing Borderlands 2, where it's like, why hasn't anybody copied us? Why hasn't anybody stolen this idea? And that's a great idea. Like, Borderlands 1 came out, and everybody's like, we've been waiting, this is great, we've been waiting for this. And then nobody stole it. I don't even know why.
Well, Hellgate London tried to steal it.
Yeah, that was a little bit different, though. That wasn't going to work out to begin with. He says, I still feel like fast travel could be improved. It's dull having a vehicle destroyed and then you go jogging for several minutes. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's in a game that's snappier than that, it is sort of a bummer, but I've found myself walking a lot of places in true Vault Hunter mode just to get the experience anyway, and it hasn't been too bad. So
Yeah, I find myself doing that a lot, just milking XP, just walking from
Yeah.
one place to the next.
he says, I think it would be great if they could maybe push the characters out to 6 so we could do 6-player co-op and hopefully improve the story audience experience for people playing co-op. He says sound from logs being drowned out by other stuff. I almost think 6 would be too many. I feel like 4 is sort of the sweet spot of we have a lot of people here.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of mayhem. Now, what's the scaling like per Vault Hunter adding to the difficulty?
I don't know. It's just whenever people hop into it, it's just the creatures of Pandora go stronger. At
Yeah.
least that's how the voice I read it out is every time.
You know what? I take it when you teleport into a vehicle or someone teleports into your vehicle that it's not blinding white light that you can't see anything for
Yeah.
a second.
Or like when somebody dies in front of you when you're down but not out. It's that like blinding white disintegration light. That's
Yeah,
a little much.
that's a bit much.
But
But
that's all
these
really
are just
minor
minor
stuff.
gripes.
Yeah, like at the core of it, Borderlands 2 is great. What can they improve? Make more.
Yeah, this is the most nitpicky things I can think of
Yeah.
in this game.
The only thing I really want is for the DLC to keep being great. Because Scarlet DLC is really good. Just keep that same level of quality. I don't want it to dip like most of the Borderlands 1 DLC did. So,
I agree. Man,
uh,
the game's pretty.
he also has another question. Did anyone get to check out the Hawken beta that just wrapped up? I think it was pretty fun. Looking forward to the release in December. It might disappoint hardcore mech fans that want to configure every aspect of the mech, but for a quick deathmatch in mechs, I think it's worth playing. Yeah, I feel like they sort of did a poor job of marketing what that game was until the beta came out, and it's basically a mech-based first-person shooter. But that's still kind of okay, because we don't have anything like that.
No.
So, I mean, it seems fun enough, and it's
Oh, it's
beautiful.
Mech Warrior. I mean,
No, it's not. It's not really Mech Warrior though. It's faster
Mech,
than that.
well, I know what Mech Warrior was first person controlled mechs.
Yeah, I think that's what people are expecting. I think they're expecting Mech Warrior, and they get something faster.
Yeah, Mech Warrior is really slow and calculated.
Yeah,
A lot of strafing.
yeah. So, yeah, I didn't get a chance to play it, but I'll probably give the final release a shot. Seems fun. All right, we do have one more email here, but I'm going to save that till next week because we are running out of time. So thank you to everybody for listening. We don't have any tweets or Facebook posts that I saw. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Find us on Facebook and watch the streaming stuff, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, all one word.
Alrighty, and join the forums. Don't forget to mark yourself on the map and join us tonight for Monday Night Game Night. That is Left 4 Dead 2 with all the DLC. Don't let that be because we will. Don't let that be your reason for not joining us because I have no problem playing the earlier maps too. So,
Yep.
we haven't played any of those early the Left 4 Dead 2 vanilla maps in a long time. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we would not be against going back.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody in the chat for joining us, and everything else is on the right-hand side of the page. We'll see you all next week.
Latest. All right, what we got for titles?
Yeah, chat, please shower us with titles. The only one I have is app, map, map, app. That's the only one I have.
It sounds like an
Also, the Hannah asks, did you ever consider outsourcing production of dynamic soundtrack, just recording the in-betweens, like have someone else put it together? Yeah, but I'm kind of particular, so I don't think I would be very good to work with for DST. So I don't think anyone... I don't feel like punishing anybody for that show, to be honest here.
That's the best no I have ever heard.
Yeah. Ah, crap. I just closed out chat.
Oh, wah, 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 wah.
I saw walking death tanks before I closed it.
Walking death tanks.
Yeah, walking death tanks.
Oh, that's
Come on,
priceless.
load back up.
They were probably all gone
Okay,
now.
chat is loaded back up. So I saw walking death tanks. I'm sort of particular already to app, map, map, app. Because it's just dumb.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
All I hear is the aliens from Mars Attacks now. Ack, 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 ack.
God, that movie's so good.
No, I'm surprised. I think I own it. I'm pretty
I
sure
have
I
it
own
on
it.
DVD. It's so cheap. Um, the hand also says it's so moist in here. Yeah, you guys got your sexual one last week. Uh, What's up, Sir Beard? That is pretty good. Real happy with my arsenal. That's also pretty good. I don't know. I kind of like What's up, Sir Beard. But
Who
Ryan's not
said
in the episode, so I almost don't
who
want to
said
use it.
Sir Beard?
You did,
When?
or I did. We did during letters. One of us did. I think I gotta pick app.
Okay.
It's too good. Thank you, chat. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast,
Oh, there it is.
oh,
Love it.
man. All right. Take 2. 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 263 for November 5th, 2012. App.
Mac.
And we're done.
All right, I'm hitting stop.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us in the chat. As always, same time, same place next week. We will be doing the same thing. And every first Saturday of every month, we're going to be doing Pup as well. I will throw up a calendar somewhere at some point that will show you when we are streaming. So keep an eye out for that whenever I do it when I'm not too lazy.
263.
So thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.